tayo ng Math-aral. Sa Math, walang maiiwan. Math-sayang Math-aral, tayo ng Math-tuto upang ikayo masenso. Maging matyaga, maging matalino, halina Math-aral na tayo. Maging matyaga, maging matalino, halina Math-aral na tayo. Halina Math-aral na tayo. Halina Math-aral na tayo. Halina, 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 aral na tayo.
Good morning mga batang mandunong! Ako si Teacher IMEE ng Mandaluyong High School, ang inyong teacher reviewer para sa advanced lesson ng inyong Quarter 4, Week 1, Mathematics, CLAID Learning Modules. Handa na ba kayo grade 7? So kunin ng mga tablet o ang inyong mga learning module. Yayain na sina nanay at tatay dahil Math-sayang Math-aral, tayo ng matuto kasama ang ating mga mathal sa buhay. So our lesson for today is all about Introduction to Statistics. Our objectives are: poses real-life problems that can be solved by statistics. Next, formulates simple statistical instruments. And gathers statistical data. So for our review today, we are going to review some of the vocabulary words. Okay? So iti-test natin ang inyong English vocabulary. Okay, so you are going to unscramble the given letters to reveal the correct words. So, i-arrange nyo lang yung mga gulo-gulong letters. Okay? Okay, for our first word, it is an English word, of course. It means selected or example. So, ito lang ay dalawa sa mga synonyms niya. Okay? You can also look at the picture. Ano kaya ang ating hidden word? Okay? So, kung may naiisip na kanyo, you can write it in the chat box. I'll give you 10 seconds to type it in the chat box. Okay? Ayan, sige. Sulat nga, isip-isip. It is an English word. Okay, time's up. So, our word is sample. Okay, wag nang kalilimutan yan. Sample. So, our next word is this one. Okay, it means people or residents. Okay, look at these people. They are residents of what place. Okay, so anong tawag natin sa kanila? Look at these letters. Okay, may nakikita na ba kayong word? Medyo mahaba, no? So, I'll give you 10 seconds to write your answer in the chat box. Sige nga, ano kayang English word na to? Ibig sabihin ng people or resident. Okay, time's up. So, our word is, let's see. Okay, population. Diba? Saan yung napag-aralan? Napag-aralan sa AP, no? May population. Okay, for our third word, it means, group or gathering. Okay, if you can see the picture here, these are group of what? Rubik's Cube, no? And ito ay group of books. Okay, yung iba dyan, mahilig mangolekta ng Rubik's Cube, di ba? So, I'll give you 10 seconds. Okay, you can write your answers in the chat box. Okay, time's up. So, our word is, ano kaya? Collection. Okay? Diba? Collection yan ng Rubik's Cube. And ito collection ng books. Diba? And for our last word, ano kaya ang ating word? It means what? Talk or meeting. Okay, look at the picture. What is the girl doing? Okay, I'll give you 10 seconds again. Sige nga, isipin nga ninyo. Ayan na, nakikita nyo na ba ang word? Okay, so time's up. So the word is, okay, interview. Marami ba nakatama sa chat box? Okay, very good, Batang MANDunong. So our lesson for today is all about statistics. Okay, introduction to statistics. So statistics is a branch of mathematics that deals with the collection, organization, presentation, analysis, and interpretation of data. Okay? So statistics derive from the Latin word status, means state. Okay? Since meron tayong 5 tatandaan dito in the definition of statistics, para hindi nyo makalimutan, kunin natin yung kanilang mga first letters. Okay? Ano kaya mabubuo natin yung acronym? So from collection, we have the C, organization, O, then presentation, we have P, and analysis, and interpretation. So, nakikita ninyo, meron tayong COPI. Okay? So, from that acronym, COPI, ay maalala ninyo yung pagkakasunod-sunod. Okay? Hindi pwedeng si interpretation ay mapunta kay presentation. Ngayon, pag napagpalit nyo ngayon si analysis at saka si interpretation, anong mangyayari? O, magiging kopya, no? Hindi pwede. So, dapat copy lang. It should be in order. Okay? Hindi mo pwedeng mag-interpret kayo bago kayo mag-present. Or hindi pwedeng mag-interpret muna kayo bago mag-analyze. Diba? So, magugulo ang inyong experiment. Magugulo ang inyong observation. Okay? So, it should be in order. Okay? So, it should be copy. So, wag kakalimutan, Batang MANDunong, it's copy. Okay? There are a lot of importance of statistics in our life. In economics, statistics helps us understand and analyze economic theories, the relationship between supply and demands, imports and exports, inflation rates, and per capita income. So, gamit daw ang statistics, nalalaman kung umuunlad ba or bumababa ang ekonomiya ng isang bansa. And you will learn more about economics pagdating nyo ng grade 9. In business, statistics help managers to analyze past performance, predict future business practices, and lead organizations effectively, like set prices and respond changes in consumer demands. Okay? So, sa mga managers, malaking tulong ang statistics for them to analyze their previous performance. Okay? Para kung malaman nila kung anong gagawin nila. Okay? Kung kailangan nila magdoble kayod para kumita or chill-chill lang muna. Okay? In government, it helps in decision-making. They must serve the need of government for efficient administration and management, as well as for longer-term policy making. Okay? So, sa tulong ng statistics, nalalaman nila kung ano ang mga plano or project na dapat na i-priority para sa mas ikauunlad ng ekonomiya ng ating bansa. Diba? Every year, nagsasalita ang mga nakaupong presidente sa SONA para i-discuss or sabihin sa atin yung mga na-achieve ng ating bansa. In medicine, it helps to determine results from experiments, clinical trials of medicine, and symptoms of diseases. It also helps evaluate the effectiveness of newly developed medicines. So, sa tulong ulit ng statistics, pinag-aaralan kung gaano ka-effective ang isang gamot or bakuna bago nila ilabas sa publiko. There are two types of statistics. What are those? So, they are descriptive statistics and the inferential statistics. Descriptive statistics are used in collecting, presenting, and interpreting of sample data. So, sa kanilang dalawa, yung descriptive statistics, ito yung mas simpleng paraan. Okay? So, you will just collect, present, and then interpret na. So, hindi siya ganoon kahirap gawin kumpara ka sa inferential statistics. Okay? Because inferential statistics are used in making decisions and conclusions. So, dito ay matinding pag-iisip ng kailangan natin kapag ginamit natin ang inferential statistics. Kasi dito lumalabas na yung mga hypothesis kasi kailangan na natin ng decision and conclusion. And now let us move to the classifications of data. There are two classifications of data in statistics. So we have here qualitative data and the quantitative data. So, halos magkatunog, no? So, qualitative and quantitative. Okay? When we say qualitative data, it refers to categorical data or descriptive attributes. Okay? So, pag sinabing descriptive, you can just describe it. Tama? So, what are the examples of qualitative data? So, first is gender. O, describe mo lang kung ano yung gender niya. Kung female ba or male. Just like that. Next, the color. Yan, you can say it is red, green, color of the eyes. So, color of the hair, kung ano yung pag-aaralan ninyo. Okay? So, next we have the physical traits. Okay, pag-aaralan nyo yung mga physical traits nila, yung eyes, hair, okay, color of the eyes, color of the hair. Okay, another one is the citizenship. Okay, ano nga ba ang kanilang citizenship? Koreano ba sila? Japanese, Filipino, and so on. Okay? So, those are what? Qualitative data. Quality lang ang pag-aaralan. While in quantitative data, it refers to numerical information. So, pag sinabing numerical, ano siya? Numbers. Tama? Okay. So, what are the examples? Tingnan nga natin. So, we have the age. Okay, pag pinag-aralan mo yung age ng mga tao or let's say grade 7 students, okay, ano kaya yung mga ages nila? So, number siya, no? Next, we have the height. Okay, so pag-aaralan mo yung mga height nila, number pa rin yun, no? Next, we have weight. Okay, 50 kilo, ilang kilo ang bawat isang grade 7 student. Okay, next we have scores. O pag-aaralan nyo kung ano ay yung mga scores sa math test, sa English test, or any kind of test. Okay, and income. So, yung mga sahod. Okay, let's say you are going to compare the salaries or income of, let's say, 10 people, 10 person. Okay? So, see, if you notice lahat yan numbers, no? So, that is what we call quantitative data. And now, let's proceed to population and sample. Population is a collection of sets of people, objects, measurements, or happenings that belong to a defined group, while a sample is a subset of the population. Okay? Tingnan natin kung ano itsura nila, no? So, look at this example. So, in this picture, we we call this population. So, lahat ng nasa oval na to ay magkakasama yan. Okay? So, we call this population kasi lahat. Okay? And now, kukuha lang tayo ng 5 sample. Okay? So, ito mga may bilog, ihihiwalay natin sila. Okay? So, sila lang yung pag-aaralan natin. So, yung 5 yan yung tinatawag na sample. Okay? So, population, lahat yan. Let's say, lahat ng grade 7 students ng, let's say, Mandaluyong High School. Okay? Pag-aaralan natin or magre-research tayo sa, let's say, isang section which is 45 students. So, yung 45 students na yun ay yun yung sample. Okay? So, mas malaki, di ba? So, mas madami ang population kesa sa sample. Okay? And now, practice is the key. So, titingnan natin kung may naintindihan ba kayo sa pinag-aralan natin, grade 7. So, you are going to state the population and the sample in the given statements below. Okay? So, first, the researcher surveyed 100 students out of 1,160 students of Magalang National High School about their favorite sports. Okay, grade 7, can you give me the population? Naalala nyo, sabi ko kung sino mas madami, population ba or yung sample? Okay, I'll give you 10 seconds. Sige, can you write your answers in the chat box? So, timer starts now. Ayan, 10 seconds lang. Okay, kayang-kaya yan. So, now, time's up. So, the answer is, okay, 1,160 students ang ating population. Tama? Okay, how about the sample? Can you give me the sample in 10 seconds? Okay, from this statement. Sige nga, I'll give you 10 seconds. What is the sample? Okay, sige, type lang sa chat box. Okay, time's up. And the answer is, okay, 100 students. Okay, very good mga batang mandunong. Okay, next statement here. Out of 250 Bartoda drivers, 25 drivers are being asked to determine their average income. Okay, so what do you think is the population? Sige nga, tingnan maigi mga batang mandunong. I'll give you 10 seconds. Okay, sulat lang sa chat box. Okay, time's up. So, the answer is 250 drivers. Okay, next, how about the sample? Ilang kaya ang pag-aaralan? Okay, so 10 seconds again. Go mga batang mandunong. Okay, time's up. So, there are 25 drivers. Okay? Okay, next is out of 20,000 constituents, 1,000 residents took a survey from their barangay chairman if they were in favor to take COVID-19 vaccines. So now, what do you think is the population? Okay, sige, I'll give you 10 seconds again. Sige, just write your answer in the chat box. Okay, malapit na. Time is up. So, what do you think is the answer? Yan, maraming sumagot ng 20,000. Okay, very good. How about the sample? 10 seconds ulit. Sige, type nyo sample sa chat box. O, 2 number lang yan ha. Baka magkamali pa kayo. Okay, so time's up. What do you think? Okay, 1,000 residents ang ating sample. Okay, napakadali, di ba? Population, yung malaking number, yung sample, syempre maliit lang. Okay, good job mga batang mandunong. Okay, this time you are going to tell whether the given data are qualitative or quantitative data. Okay, naalala nyo pa ba yung quality and quantity kanina? So now let's have the first one. So scores in a mathematics test. Kung itong pag-aaralan nyo daw yung mga score. Okay? Meron tayong 12, 15, 11, 10, 9. Okay, remember? O anong klase sila? Okay, I'll give you 10 seconds. You write qualitative or quantitative data in the chat box. Okay? Ayan. Numbers. They are numbers, right? Okay, time's up. Ano kaya ang tamang sagot? It is what? Oops. Quantitative data. Quantity, di ba? When we say quantity, they are numbers. Okay? And these are numerical information. Okay? Okay, how about the color of the eyes? Is it qualitative data or quantitative data? If you're going to study the color of the eyes of a certain group of people. Sige nga, 10 seconds. Yan, color. Naalala nyo ba kung saan nag-fall ang color kanina? Okay, qualitative, quantitative. So, time's up. So, the answer here is, okay, qualitative data. Kasi i-describe nyo lang naman yung color of the eyes. Okay? And now, let's proceed to gathering of data. So, after determining the number of samples needed, the next step is to choose the method on how you are going to collect the data. Data collection is the process of getting information from a population or sample. Okay? So, we have the primary data here and the secondary data. So, if you notice, primary data here can be collected through observation, experimentation, or conducting censuses or surveys. Okay, sa primary data, yung observer or yung researcher ay nag-experiment pa lang or nagsa-survey pa lang. Okay? While in secondary data, ito yung mga data na obtained from those already published by the government, industries, or individual sources. Ibig sabihin, kapag nag-type kayo sa Google, kinuha nyo yung mga data ng mga mga confirmed cases last, let's say, January 30, 2021, makikita nyo kaagad doon. Okay? Kasi nakapublish na. Okay? Or pwede naman tawag doon sa mga newspaper, nandun na nakalagay. So, eto, worldwide, pwede nyo makuha yan sa internet, di ba? So, those data are what we call secondary data, published already. Okay? So, the following are the methods in collecting data. So, first, we have the direct or interview method. So, it is used in conducting surveys, and it is done when a person solicits information from another person either by telephone or in person. So, the interviewer is the person gathering the data, while the interviewee is the person being interviewed. Okay? Sige, mag-example tayo. Let's say a certain telecommunication company would ask a caller to rate their services after the latter question about his internet connectivity. Okay? So, let's say, ito ay nagtatrabaho sa isang telecommunication company, no? So, tinatanong niya itong lalaki, okay, kung kumusta ba ang kanyang internet connectivity. So, dito, ito ay ang interviewer kasi siya yung nag-gather ng data, siya yung nagtatanong. And itong lalaki, siya yung interviewee kasi siya yung ini-interview over online to, no? So it can be a in person or using telephone or ngayon cellphone or even computer na lang. Okay? Next is the indirect or questionnaire method. So it is also used in conducting surveys. It is done by reproducing a printed questionnaire, which is a checklist of prepared questions and distributed to individuals needed to be studied depending on the content of the questionnaire. So the individuals then answer the questionnaire and return it to the researcher. So ganun ang method pag questionnaire ang ating gagamitin. So I'll give you an example here. So customers in a restaurant were given a printed checklist to rate the food served to them and the services provided by the crews. So dati kasi 'di ba uso pa yung face-to-face. Sa restaurant, pwedeng kumain, mag-dine-in. Okay, uso pang dine-in. So, after that, lalo sa mga social na restaurant, diba, meron silang binibigay na checklist to rate their food. So, they also requested to write down their feedback. Baka may comments or suggestion about the restaurant. Diba? So, ganun ang process dati, no? Ngayon kasi, dahil puro online na tayo, pa-deliver na, uso ng pa-deliver. Okay, so pag i-rate natin yung ating binili, ano na lang siya? True online na lang, no? Yung sa apps na lang, tapos i-rate mo siya 5 kung masarap or nagustuhan, tapos pababa na lang siya. 3, 2, 1 kung hindi masyado, no? Ganun na lang siya ngayon. Okay? Next is the observation method. Ano ba to? So in this method, the researcher observes the behavior of the participants. The investigator is the person gathering the data, while the subject is the person being observed. Okay? And it makes use of the human senses. So I'll give you an example here. So a researcher would like to know the effect of too much water and sunlight on certain plants. Okay? Pag sobrang tubig ba ang isang halaman na to ay mamamatay kaya o mas gusto niya at mabubuhay siya? Okay? 'Di ba? Lalo ngayon usong-uso mga plantito, plantita, pero ang daming namamatayan ng halaman kasi hindi natin alam kung yung halaman bang nabibili natin ay gusto ng sobrang tubig, gusto ng napakaraming tubig, or ayaw pala, no? So, yun, pwede natin gamitin ang observation method sa ganitong sitwasyon. Okay? Next is the experiment method. Okay? It is used to determine the cost and effect relationship of certain phenomena under controlled conditions. Okay? So, lalo ngayon sa panahon natin, okay, ito ang ginagamit nila. So, researchers would make some tests to determine which vaccine will be more effective to be immune from the virus before releasing it to the public. So, yung mga COVID vaccines na ginagamit ngayon, so bago pa yan ilabas sa public, bago pa yan iturok sa mga braso natin, okay? So, dumaan muna yan sa maraming test. At ang ginamit nilang method doon ay ang experiment method. And our last method here is the registration method. So in this method, information can be gathered from documents or reports which are released by the government or any institution. For example, the researcher will identify the number of cases, recoveries, and deaths of COVID-19 in a day as reported by the Department of Health or the DOH. So in our picture here, okay, example here is the COVID-19 cases in the Philippines last January 30, 2021. So kapag sinearch mo yan sa internet, okay, ngayon, lalabas na kaagad etong mga to, etong data na to. Okay, hindi na yan magbabago. So i-search mo man yung COVID cases last February 2021, may lalabas na ibang information. Ibig sabihin, it is reported or published already, okay, by the government. So, ang may hawak dito ay ang DOH. So, sa kanila nanggagaling ang mga data. Okay? Ito yung tinatawag natin, di ba? Yung data na secondary data kasi nakapublish na siya. Okay? Or released by the government. Okay? Again, practice is the key. So, get ready mga batang mandunong. I-ready na ang inyong mga daliri sa pagpindot ng sagot sa inyong chat box. In this activity, you are going to identify the best method in gathering the data that can be used in the following situations. So, you choose the letter of the correct answer. Okay, letter lang ang ilalagay sa chat box. Okay, first situation here. The number of COVID-19 patients in the National Capital Region or the NCR on February 2021. Oy, kakasabi ko lang yan. Okay. You choose from these two. Ano kayang magandang method na gamitin kapag nag-research tayo? Okay? So, is it the registration method or the questionnaire method? Okay? I'll give you 10 seconds to answer this. Sulat lang sa chat box. Ayan na. Gumagalaw ng ating timer. Sige, sulat sa inyong mga chat box. So, let's see if your answers are correct. So, the correct answer is, kakasabi lang, no? So, the answer is, okay, registration method. Okay, i-type mo lang yan sa inyong Google. Sa Google. Okay, makikita nyo na ang sagot. Okay, next question. Favorite movies of teenagers. Ano kayang gagawin natin? Gagamiting method. Okay, is it the observation method or the interview method? Another 10 minutes. Piliin nyo lang yung best. Okay, best for this situation. So, that's another 10 seconds. Okay, malapit na. Ayan, sulat na nyo sa chat box. Okay, so the correct answer here is, let's see. Okay, interview method, no? Kailangan natin tanungin yung mga teenager. Hindi naman lahat ng teenagers tatanungin. Kukuha lang tayo ng sample, di ba? Okay, next question or next situation. We have the opinion of commuters about wearing face masks and face shields in a public transportation. So, ano kaya pwede natin gamitin ditong method? Okay, or of data gathering. Is it the interview method or registration method? It's just the opinion, okay, of commuters. Sige, 10 seconds. Paano ba natin malalaman ang opinion nila? Search ba natin sa Google yan? Or pwede rin natin silang tanongin. Okay, so time is up. What is the answer? Okay, ano kayang sagot? The answer is interview method, no? Tatanong lang natin ang mga commuters. And for our last situation, it is the average time that takes a grade 7 student in answering one module in math. So, gaano kaya katagal sumagot ang mga grade 7 sa mathematics module? Okay, so is it using observation method or registration method? Another 10 seconds. Sige, is it letter A or letter B? Okay, so time is up. So the correct answer here is obviously gagamitin natin dito ang observation method. So ito yung mas best, okay, for this situation kesa sa registration method, okay? So the answer is observation method o obserbahan lang. Before I end my presentation, I will leave you the quote from Ken Poro. So mga batang mandunong, always remember, you have no boundaries in what you can achieve in life. Thank you for watching mga batang mandunong. Laging tandaan, batang mandunong, walang maiiwan, kabahagi ng bilang.